Hi, welcome to YouTube. Today I was going to talk about some Godfest exclusive. As you guys know that on tomorrow, when I post this tomorrow, we are getting 10 stone leg machine on the GFE. So I wanted to talk about my opinion of if you're rolling or not rolling. Since 10 stone is for everybody, it's really risky. It's really 10 stone is a lot per roll. I understand, but most of the people who should be rolling is, some of the cards as you can see just this way. Here, like green Guan Yu and LGL and green ZL is not in the leg machine. But if you look at this lineup here, and you know how I would say 50% of the monster. If you don't have 50% of the monster, I'm actually recommend to low. And even though you have 50%, some cards are really good to have dupes. So on that we are going to talk about later. So from this side, Red Odin. So everybody understand as Red Odin is bottom team. His strat is really good, unbindable, and a lot of rolls. I believe it was 4 rolls, which is not too many. Actually, it was 4 rolls or 5. Let me check. And so it's actually it's 4 rolls, 3 skill boost, and very high attack, which is 2600 after 297ing. So it's not only be able to use it for botaning, like it comes sometime on farming team. So it's really good to have loading dupe. So main reason to basically botan some Super King Carnival, sometimes Tamajora if you have a break defense, because you can just botan, So if you have loading, I would keep up to 4 to 5 if you be able to keep it. Because if you make 5 loading, that's a team. Actually, I would say keep up to 6, because you can make 5 loading, all awakening, all able to last form. And last form is 1 unable, so whenever you needed to do a dupe dungeon, so you can actually use 2 button if ever in the future. I don't know that something that you need, so since you have it, might as well keep. So I would recommend keep up to 6. For Urdo, I'm pretty sure if you are rolling this, you're going to see a lot because it's 5-star, and her skill is really good. Blue, heal, and fire. So basically, you can actually skill transfer into blue team, like Beach Meal, famous one, Beach Meal, or actually Urdo and Sanada is a good board already. Or you can do, Urdo to Andromeda for blue board. So her skill is good. So I would keep about 3 to 4. Depending on how well you want to skill transfer, you skill transfer into this team, switch back and forth. So if you can keep a lot more than 4, that would be good. If you don't want to, I would keep about 3 to 4. So next is Tsubaki. So Tsubaki is also, if you have 5, you can actually make a Tsubaki system. Now that the JP actually gave a split able, so you can actually keep more than 5 now. So has a Dragon Killer one, some dungeon you want that 2 Dragon Killer, some dungeon you don't want because of the absorb and stuff like that. So I would keep about total of 10 now, because you can make 5 Tsubaki with Dragon Killer, 5 normal one. So I would do that. I would definitely keep. If you can roll, you don't have to roll for it. Okay, next is Baudin. So Baudin himself has a 2 skill boost and 2 killer, which is okay, but not really great to use as in Rainbow team because no time extend. But he can be really one day will be a good sub for any killer reason. or rainbow team, even if sometimes you use it as a Sherias loot team. But I personally, I want to have time extend for red, so I use Decali, even though the killer is better. But his skill, machine type and dragon type 2.5, and also the 50% defense for 2 times, which is also comes handy as a skill transfer. So basically, like a beach mew team, if you focus on dragon machine type, you can use same as mill team or any kind dragon team. Yeah, like Sherias loot, Sherias loot if you focus on dragon. So any dragon team, those as a good boost with shield. So it's actually come handy. So I will keep about 2-3 on this one as well. Okay, next is Dantalion. Oh, actually, sorry, I skipped the Gadius. So Gadius is, I would say, himself, the skill isn't that good, because if it's 4 color board, sometimes he won't, let's say if you're using for fire team, a chance of getting 6, basically if it's using fire team, most likely it's TPA or Lord's team, chance of getting 6 lead is pretty low. So this skill isn't that good. You basically want to use like Gadius, something for bio color board. So his skill isn't that good, but I would keep this one to like 2, 3. And himself doesn't have a skill boost, skill bind. So the harder chance to use the Gadius on like more than 1 or 2 on the team. More than 2 or 3, sorry, 2 or 3 in the one team. It's really hard because of the skill bind reason. Now that it has a co-op, you can, but I'd rather use another one because he isn't that great. But I will keep up to like 2, 3 for this one also. I personally only made 1 hyper. I haven't had really used a Gadius in my opinion. And next, Dantalion. So Dantalion is really good. If you have 3, you can actually have a Dantalion system, so you can always use the skill. And Dantalion as in lead, as in sub, it's going to really great in future. Krishna sub, as in OE, and his lead, he can do insane damage. But his leader skill wise, if you are doing like some hard dungeon where you need to like tank and hit and stuff, then he isn't that good. But when you need to just destroy every floor, Dantalion will be good. Personally, I don't have it to tell you how great it is, but he can do basically, I believe, 2 much of heal and 2 cross is 1000 multipliers, which is everything in this game will die as long as there is no absorb. But it might be a little bit tricky on the combo wise, but when you can master, that will be a good lead as well. It just can't do like fight, and stalling wise it's not that great, but like tanking wise, stalling wise is okay because you make the heal, so you're doing 2 combos to do a damage, so stalling wise is okay. But if you're getting hit more than your HP but you have to be stalling, then it's not that good. So yeah, but Dantalion is one of the cards I personally want from Gutfest. So next is Blonia. So Blonia is now, she isn't that famous anymore for lead, but she still have a place to use it on sub for any devil team that make biocolor board. Also skill transfer. I personally use this a lot of this on skill transfer. I like an Anubis team to do a biocolor combo. Like any dark team that since you make red them dark, you can make it on either red team or dark team. So herself I will keep about like 4, 5, 6 because of the skill reason. You don't have to. I personally do keep about 5, 6. And same as in Blue Blonia, she herself is good as a lead because of the Blue Blonia has a lot of HP. When you make Blue team has a higher HP side, so you can actually tank stuff, but her damage isn't that good. But you can stall as long as there is a hero. Basically, you can, as long as you have a set of heal, you can heal to full HP, unless you are co-oping. So yeah, has also you can use it for blue team skill transfer. You can use it for dark team skill transfer as well. But if you are using for dark skill transfer, rather use the red one because you can sell blue Blonia for 50k if you need. But it depends on where you are. So Screwed, this one is also it's good for basically green team and green skill transfer, blue team skill transfer, or herself is already good. So you know, she have a really good awakening, good skill. Sometimes, you know, as you guys know, the tricolor board don't give like a lot of enough blue, which happen a lot. But still, it's really good skill to use for like Kaide team, Screwed, of course, blue middle team, you know, because it make hearts and blue and hearts and green for Kaide team. So it's really come handy. So I would keep about 3 for herself. Already, the stat is really good too. So I would keep few if you be able to roll. Next is Sumire. So Sumire also, it's same tier as Tsubaki. Sumire personally didn't. I only kept 5, but in future may get split able like Tsubaki. So I would recommend to keep 10 in future if you really have a box space and be prepared and don't want to roll when she became OP. So I personally only kept 5 and made 5 hyper. But if you are willing to be ready for future, who never knows, yeah. So willing to keep 10 maybe because of the you can have a Sumire whole team, yeah. And the whole team is this one is actually stronger than Tsubaki because you can actually cross and having a skill every turn is really good. Just the only thing is bindable like Tsubaki, so it might be a little bit RNG there and there, but she is really good team as well. Her skill is not bad, makes 3 heal and makes 3 blue. Her awakening is good, her recovery isn't that good, but HP is high. So, and also the 1 second time extend, Tsubaki has only 1. So that will give you more chance of do a full combo on board. And good to have on beach middle team if you're really into this game and need more time extend than 8 seconds. And you can bring few of her and just help you to learn how to cross and more comboing if you're new to this crossing, because crossing is really hard to do. Okay. Okay, next is Lune. So Lune is same as Screwed. Basically skill transfer for blue and dark team. Herself doesn't have but skill bind and isn't that great awakening, but she has a lot high attack and just that non skill bind unbindable still yet, but maybe in future get able. Lune skill has a haste, so people use Lune and Yoshotara from Final Fantasy collabo, and then you have one complete blue board. You can use blue Hatsume for blue bio color board and you can heal. You can use it for dark team. So example like Gremory team or even the Anubis team for tri-color board and comboing. Well, a lot of teams. So if you can keep this one for 3, 4, 5, that would be good for you to have an option to skill transfer. Okay, next is Sheet. So Sheet is very good skill. Make poison into water, Skyfall 4. Skill transfer is good. Her skill is really good. And TPA, so for if you wanna do a facet team and she do insane damage, whole team. Her awakening is not enough skill boost personally. Not normal skill bind, so it's be a little bit tricky, but if you're really willing to use her, she do a lot of damage itself on the water team. Like middle team has a beach middle team has a really hard time beating a Mei in Arena 1 example, but having her really do make it your run a little bit easy as well. Okay, for next is Sherias. So Sherias root basically, not Sherias root, so Sherias is basically, I haven't using as a lead or sub, but her skill is basically Alkali with haste. So I kept personally about 3, made 1 hyper. Haven't really had opportunity to use him yet. I'm sorry, his opportunity to use him yet. But he is good skill. Basically Alkali and haste, like I said. Not sure about the leader skill because I never use. So this one I don't know too much about that series. Maybe one day those killer that he has come shine. But at the moment, as of today, he's not that shine at the moment. And next is blue loading. Blue loading has 3 TPA and a lot of lows. Don't have skill buying like loading. Basically I would use him as a skill transfer target. So like you want to put some skill into him and use it because he's walking and he do a lot of damage when you make TPA or when you make lows. I mean when you make lows the whole team go up, but when you make, so let's say you're doing some Sarasvati team, because Sarasvati need a lot of water, but if you make TPA like 3, and that's like a lot of damage on blue loading as well. So he doesn't need, I would say he just keep 2 or 3 if you want to be safe. I have only 1 hyper on this one, so it's enough for me to be hyper on 1. Next is Sitri. So Sitri is basically leader skill. Is devil type go up or something like that. I used it one time on the stream, and she doesn't have a lot of sub pool, so really don't have a choices. And lack of time extent to play a cross team, like duo cross team, so really hard to use. But she does a lot of damage when you make 81, because I guess because OE and some TP team I did one shot carry on the stream, but just no time extent, so not really recommended to use as a lead. But her skill is one of the kind that double color changer that doesn't include the leading of hero. So sometimes you want to attack, but at the same time you want to heal. This is the card that you want to skill transfer. So like even like a beach meal team, you want to make blue, but then you don't want to delete heal because you want to cross. Then this is a good skill to put on some of the beach meal sub, or even though any blue team, yeah, like Sarasvati team, because you want a lot of blue on the team, is really good skill to use. Okay, so this is part 1 for Godfest exclusive review from Yuki's game today. Hopefully this video help you to keep, whether you want to keep the low or whether you want to low this 10 stone, which is really high cost. So hopefully you guys decide, think really well and before you low. Okay, so it's going to part 2 on next one. Okay, alright, see you, bye bye.